Okay, so to access Google Drive, it's pretty easy. Just go to drive.google.com and it should auto log you in. I suspect you guys have all logged in with your ASU account, whatever Gmail account you're using. And it'll open up this window right here. And in the My Drive tab, you have your folders that you have in your Google Drive. So I have a few here. The one that we're sharing is called CAO Devel, parentheses G Drive. I'll probably get rid of the G Drive soon. But if you open that up, there's going to be more folders inside here, and then folders inside of these folders. So I'm just trying to keep things organized. The lesson materials I'm putting in this folder called Lesson Devel. So if you go in there, there's a folder for Module 1. So if you open that up, there's more folders, all of which correspond to lessons that we're working on. So if you open up this one called Ident Quant, it just stands for Identifying Quantities. If you open that up, it'll pull open a folder with more folders and some documents. So I'm setting up a folder for homework files, image files, all materials relative to the lesson development. And then outside here I have a couple more files. One of these is called CAO M1 Ident Quant Outline. And this is kind of just what I put together as the lesson outline for this lesson. So if you double click on that, it'll open it up. And it opens it up right in your web browser, and this is what is considered Google Doc or Google Document. It's basically acting like Word document within your web browser with some subtle differences between Word document, but everything runs pretty similar. So in here I have this document, and this is what I want to see when developing the lessons. I think this makes it easiest for me. So every time you have a new page in the lesson, put a page break in and devote your own page to that page, if that makes sense. So in here, this is page 2, Joe walking to the car. I'm using square brackets to indicate what type of entity it is that I'm referencing within these lines. So if I'm going to add some text, then I put square bracket text and then put the text that I want to see. And then I'm using curly braces to indicate where I'm putting videos or GIFs. This isn't really standard, it's just what I'm using now. If you have a question, put square bracket question and then type out the question in full detail, and then put the answer in green. So if it's multiple choice, just highlight the correct answers in green. Notice I have a few more questions. These ones are numerical. I'm just putting the correct answer in curly braces behind the question. So if you look here, I'm using a tag called video. So this one, I haven't actually developed any of the videos, but I think it would be productive to put all of the video materials here. So put like the script in here and then the actions you want to correspond with it, and we can put everything into this file. There's a few more things to note. So right here, on the right hand side, the comments will be displayed. So this is a comment I put in here. You can reply to it if you guys are working on it, and it'll show who replied to it. You guys can resolve it if you think the comment needs to disappear. If you want to leave a comment, highlight a portion of the text, come up here to this comments button, and click the comment button up in the top right corner. It'll pop open a little comment box, and you can type away and add the comment in there. So there's another box over here. Currently says editing. This switches your modes. So there's editing mode, suggesting mode, and viewing mode. Editing is whenever you make a change, it's actually making a change to the document. So you're actually like live time editing the document. The option suggesting is what I suggest using. So what it's doing is really you're editing it, but it's not actually making changes to the document. It's just kind of acting like it is. It's more or less Microsoft Word's track changes. So I'll scroll down to an instance where I use this while editing. So right here, you'll notice that this text is all green. That's because I added that under suggestion mode, and it'll show who put the suggestion, what the text is. If you delete things, it'll tell you what you deleted. I think each of us will have our own color code. So like mine will be green, Alan's will be red maybe, and so on and so forth. So when you're editing a document, use the suggesting mode so that we're not screwing up documents, and then we can go in later and make full detail changes as we see fit. So this is the general gist of using Google Docs to basically create our content. If you have questions, let me know, and then I can talk more about it in person.